maybe 4 or 5, right? So I would say California.
Okay.
Or, somebody from that area.
How do they talk? I don't know how they talk. California?
Yeah.
It's like a proper slang.
Yeah. What's happening, cuz?
Yeah, it's like a proper slang.
What's up, blood? You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Even in Oakland, like, they got their certain way, but you can tell, like, they from the West Coast.
Yeah.
I would say
New Orleans.
New Orleans was next.
I love New Orleans.
New Orleans was next. This isn't a ranked list, but New Orleans definitely. Well, that Wardy, like
no, yeah, bro. Fuck the men, the women.
Yeah, women. They sound just like the niggas.
But no, it's sexy. I'm not fuck y'all.
I'm just saying. I'm giving them. You know what I'm saying? But down south in general, but New Orleans specifically got their own.
They own like it's like down south, then it's New Orleans.
Yeah, it's New Orleans. I mean, New Orleans is like. I don't even really they can, but New Orleans consider themselves as just something different, like in general. Yeah. Who else? Baltimore, it's different, but I'm like, no, it's weird. Like
it's weird. That's why I did like this.
They say you,
I put everything.
You, and two.
Right.
New Yorkers.
No. New Yorkers aggressive. No,
I'm just saying. It's not like what's the best.
Oh, it's not what the best.
No, it's not the best.
Because I would put New York on as the worst.
Like, I feel like Baltimore is the worst. I like Baltimore.
New York's some disrespectful motherfuckers.
Oh, you talking about?
You got the women talking about SMD.
They're really aggressive. And Boston, man.
Yeah, Boston shit different too.
Not women, but just the people that as far as accents.
Yeah, clam chowder.
Clam chowder. Fine, man. You gotta, hey. Y'all not traveling. You need to go travel, man. Go up to Boston. Go travel. This is great. Hey, this is a great country. Like,
passports is in the mail, dog.
Hey, man, we definitely gonna get it cracking. But even within this country, where you don't even need a passport, just in case you're a felon.
But you know what else too? This when we have my thing for my my thing for my thing, this gonna open the door for us to take more trips as a group of fellas to go overseas. I think it's gonna open the door for the little group that's going.
Oh yeah.
I got this for like a family trip, and if y'all want to tag along, man, I got France. What year is this? 2023, 2025. I'm taking my daughter
to France.
2023. That was she was young.
I'm thinking about some island stuff with the whole you did. The whole
definitely do a cruise.
Yeah, cruise. But mine don't really like. She don't really want no cruise. She ain't swim shit. I don't want to do no cruise. I go there with y'all.
You ain't gotta swim.
No,
because you get to knock out a lot of that shit that you don't have to go to.
You
know what I'm saying? Separately, like this shit costs, so you can boom do it. Like
cruise my sister, the Bahamas,
motherfucking Like my sister did one when they left from like Mexico, and then they went to like Belize. And then they did something else in between. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't... Like, I'd never go to Belize. No disrespect to the Belizeans. But, I would never go. Only place, like, in Central America that I want to go is Panama City. I've always wanted to go to Panama City. Like, that's my...
Sure.
So, I mean, like... Is it anything outside of family that's stopping you from going? Like, you just...
Panama City?
Yeah, because, I mean, obviously you got, the family... Focus on your family first and make sure family is good and all that stuff. So is there anything other than that that's stopping you from going?
So now that like my daughter's in high school, she goes to a pretty good high school. Like I can't take off the time that I want to now.
Yeah,
like, she's a freshman, so now it's like I gotta. Normally I like to take off the week of my birthday. My birthday's in May, just in case y'all want to cash it out. No, but. Like, my birthday's in May, so I normally like to take the week of my birthday off. So I want to do something. I normally do it a whole week or something like that. So now that she's in high school, I want to make sure that she doesn't miss any days.
Right.
Like, when you're in grammar school, it's kind of like, they in grammar school.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
They get work in grammar school or whatever. Like, you can miss a few days. But, so, now, I'm looking at the time that I take the vacation. Is really during the summer months, right?
Right. Okay.
Or
right.
spring or something like that. So I can only fit so much in.
Right.
You see, or so many, because like I want to travel. That's just kind of me. So I there's different places that I want to go, and I'm not just able to fit all that in within the time given. And with work obligations.
That was the number one thing I was going to say, because you work, I don't know how many hours, but you work a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely more than 40. So I'm thinking like, okay, is there anything outside of what I was really trying to say, the obvious stuff, work and family, like, is it something else?
I got a couple more places within the United States that are major that I haven't been to, but pretty much, like I said, I've hit 46 out of 50 states. But like the major cities, I've never been to New York City. Never been. I've never been to San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to hit up San Diego, kind of in the process. And Dallas. I've never been to Dallas. But definitely New York and San Francisco are the two main ones. If I can get a decent rate to Dallas, and then outside of that, it's about international traveling abroad. I've been able to see this great country of ours.
Have you been out of the country before?
No. That's why I'm getting my my passport now, and I'm gonna try to hit some more stuff with the family and with even when my son go. Like I'm gonna start trying to make it like summer vacations, like 'cause normally my summer vacations be going down to visit family and we try to do something within that. But I'm gonna start trying to take a week or something where we go to a different place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hit the same place.
Yeah.
Even if it's in the United States, even if it's just a quick 4-hour drive to another little town or something, we spend there, we see what they got to offer, anything like that. But overall, I would want to start going out the country and stuff too, just to see things. It's not just to show off or get pictures for Facebook or anything like that. It's just to actually see this big, beautiful world that we got.
Yeah.
That people don't understand we got.
Yeah, I know I've been out of the country 3 times, twice to Mexico and once to Bahamas.
Yeah.
I think it's cool to have gone out of the city. I mean, out of the country. Yeah. But it's also, there's a whole lot of stuff locally that I notice, and I'm applying this to myself. Like literally locally in my neighborhood that I'm missing out on for an effort to go to other places. Mm-hmm. Right, like I don't know of any particular local diners that I may know, maybe a coffee shop, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe particular places to eat. Like there's a whole lot of stuff that a lot of times is around us that we miss out on, right?
But you know, it's also the simple fact of you get in a daily routine of working. And I find myself this too. I take the same route. Like my day consists of me getting up in the morning, going to the gym, coming back from the gym, going to work. And in that little cycle of one day, I might drive 20 miles because I stay close to the job I work at. And the gym is like 15 minutes away. And the only reason it's like 15 minutes away because I gotta take streets and hit a couple lights. Mm-hmm. So you get in that habit of doing that so often, it done been a week where I've been on like 3 streets and that's it.
Right.
And it's like you gotta, I can't do this because if somebody is following me, like I'm not doing anything wrong, but it's just that you want to get in the habit of taking different routes home and doing different things, so nobody can pick up on your pattern, even if somebody is looking for you.
Right. Yeah.
Or even if you did, I'm not doing anything to anybody, but it's just the simple fact. This is what I was just taught. You always take different routes to doing different things.
Yeah, and it makes sense.
So you doing that same thing, especially for a person like me who works close to where they stay at, and who goes to the gym close to where they stay at as well. It's like them same 4 blocks I'm seeing, because I went down another street one time, I think me and you, when we went out and we was like going to a party, and I was like, damn, I ain't been up here in so long. They just built this, they built that. It's like you seeing new things, like, do I know where I'm really at or anything like that? Because you only confined into the things that you do on a regular basis, and I think as people, we need to get up out of that, and we need to get out your comfort zone and go to another different diner. Don't do the same breakfast restaurant you always do. We know you have your favorites. Everybody have their favorite things that they like to do. But it's just like sometimes you need to get out of your little comfort zone and just take another different route or do another different thing or something like that.
I definitely identify with exactly what you're saying right now, because I am definitely a creature of habit. Yeah. Like if I have a favorite diner and I have a favorite food at that diner,
I'm eating that all the time.
I want to get that all the time.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same way. I'm not a difficult person.
Yeah, like you go in and you know what you want.
Yeah, I know exactly what I want. I don't gotta. The waiter can come. Oh, you bringing us some water? Huh? Take my order right now. Like if I go somewhere by myself, I'll be to have my food within 5 to 10 minutes of them because I already know exactly what I want.
That and like you get familiar with the people that work there too, so they already know.
Yes.
What you want when you walk in.
Yes, it is. Just a creature of habit, yeah.
So, I definitely am making. When you talked about the whole going home, particularly going home, I noticed myself trying to do that, and then I noticed also having an internal struggle to do something different than what I normally do as far as traveling home.
Okay.
Like I literally, once I get into what it is that I do, I have to literally tell myself, nah.
Make a left.
Make this left, make this right. You know what I mean? Take this completely different direction. In fact, so a lot of times regarding that too, you don't know what you know a lot of times, right? Because coming here today, I accidentally missed my exit. I was just in thought and I'm just driving. I look up. That was my exit, man. Like I was driving. I'm driving past it, right?
It was tunnel vision.
Right? Yeah, I was tunnel vision. So I end up getting off at another exit, and then I realized, oh yeah, I can take this road to get to it's essentially the same result.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad I broadened my. It's so crazy that we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
And that just exactly what you're talking about right now is what happened to me.
Right.
With me missing my exit, and I had to do something different than what I normally do.
Oh, okay.
With me, like I always take different routes. I've always just wanted to know, just in case I get jammed up. Okay, what's an alternate route that I can take? So me and Maul kind of go the same way, on the way to work. So I mean, not on the way to work, but to our route, right? So,
right. Okay, routes.
On our route. Sometimes I go, the way he goes, and then sometimes I keep straight, like, on my way home. Sometimes I do something where if the light turns red, then I'll make a right.
Right.
And then I'll just ride my way. I'll just keep making a right until I'm all the way home. Like you just said, so nobody picks up on your habit that you would normally do. You know what I'm saying? So, I stay probably, 30 minutes away from the job, so I can probably do that. But, so I've always been a creature that, just decides to, because, life already is, mundane, and you do, just the same repetitious things in general. So for me, I just kind of switch it up. I've always just been that way. Like, even when I stayed not too far from the job. Like, it just, I never want anybody to see, okay, Jerry Day is coming through here, same time at 11:59.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Right, every day. Right here.
Yeah,
right.
You're not finna see me. Like, even when I park, park my car, I park out kind of. I mean, obviously, I would want to park as close to the house as possible. When I get there, I'm gonna get that. Yeah. I'll park all over the place. Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as it's like.
So you forget where your car is sometimes?
No, never. I never forget where my car is. You know what I mean? Like, cause I sometimes I park on Austin. I mean, y'all willing to go over there if you want to. And I park on Austin, but I know that my car has to be moved by 7:00 in the morning. Yeah. So. Or parking within the the neighborhood or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, but then sometimes too, when you work so close to work, when you work, your home and your job is so close together, it's like it's only so many routes you can take. Yeah. Unless you're gonna go all the way out your way just to come home.
I do that sometimes.
You feel me? So and then especially because like I know I find like, damn, why I stay so close? Because you want to listen to a music or listen to something on your way home, and it's like, as soon as the car starts really getting warm, you pulling up to the crib.
Yeah, that's how I am sometimes. But I live like 25 minutes away, so.
So you cool. But, and then it's a good thing because.
You save on gas.
Yeah, that's a fact too.
But well, not too much miles on the car.
When you can turn on the car and lift up and fly over all the stuff, you know what I'm saying?
He literally started the car and he at home. Like, that's just how it works.
But then again, too, at the same time, that's a bad thing for the simple fact of, like, it's just like, soon as the work situation where going to work, the closer you stay to your job, the later you be. The farther you stay, the more you on time. Because you leaving an hour and a half, making sure you get in the shower and all this. Bro, I know if I leave out my crib at exactly 13 to 14 minutes, I'm going to have 5 minutes to spare and sit up there and bullshit. But if I leave exactly like 10 minutes, I'm going to hit the clock exactly on time. Walking everything.
That's how I get, though. I get to the point where you start off when you had that 5 minutes of bullshit.
Yeah.
Until it's like, I got that 10 minutes. Well, not 10 minutes, but I got that exactly walk in on time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like, man, I got time to just sleep an extra 30 seconds. I'm gonna do it. Right?
30 seconds?
Yeah, 30 seconds. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take that.
But yeah.
Yeah, man. It is important to just from a knowing your area standpoint. It's like you can even get caught by a train.
How you know?
What, man?
Look, when I have to used to be to work at 1:30, right? And I used to leave out like 10, 12, and 13, like 1:10, 1:12, 1:13. Every day I leave out at 1:13, I get caught by the train. Every time. So I said, okay, bet. If I leave out just 2 minutes earlier, when I'm crossing the tracks, I see the train coming. It's not even at the stop yet, but I see it coming as I come across the tracks.
But like us, like trains got schedules.
Yes.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's important to learn. So that happened to you, and it's good that you picked up on it. That, you know what I'm saying? Okay, if I just leave
2 minutes
early, I'm able to beat the train.
And ain't that some deja vu type stuff? If you'd have just left this many minutes earlier, you probably wouldn't have got caught by that person. You probably would never got in an argument. You would have missed that person. And that just makes you think about life, period, as you go along.
Yeah.
Like, just 2 minutes, 30 seconds earlier, you wouldn't have got into something that you got into. If you'd have just been a couple seconds earlier, you'd have probably missed that person totally.
Hindsight always 20/20, as they say.
Yeah, man. So, question: did y'all hear about the Chris Brown Grammys situation that happened?
I heard, it just came up, but I didn't look too much into it.
What you talking about? When he got when he didn't win the Grammy or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about it. I heard he went off and then he apologized to Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
That's what he be doing, though. I like Chris Brown, so
I think it's just us people. We're like we just said, we work at the company we work at. So in kind of all hindsight, that's the only thing that we really know. Now we go to the company that's rival to us, that's all they know. We might think we're the best and we're right about everything we do and how we do our thing. They might think they're the best because we're all in our little bubbles. So Chris Brown thinks because he got all these fans, he do all these things, he's the best thing since sliced bread. But it's other people out there too. Because the dude that won the Grammy had the #2 best-selling album of the year.
Robert Glasper.
Yeah, he had the #2 best-selling album of the year.
who was that?
See what I'm saying? but that's because you only live in your bubble. But it's a whole bunch of other people that know about him too as well.
Everybody know Chris Brown. Who the fuck is Buddy? Yeah, white folks know Chris Brown. Who the fuck is? What's his name? Robert what?
Glasper.
Come on, boy. That name ain't even popping. Like, come on, bro.
But it's still the same thing.
That's not a household name, boy.
I understand, but it's still
Michael Jordan household name. Michael Jackson household name. I'm not saying Chris Brown, but Chris Brown
is up there, kind of.
up there.
Yeah, he is.
God
up
damn
there.
it.
He is.
Rihanna, motherfuckers know who the fuck that is.
She up there too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Robert who?
Glasper.
I don't know no Roberts but Kelly.
But
and my homie. Shout out to you, boy. I know you ain't watching.
What up, Rob? What up, Rob?
I gave him a shout out. I know he ain't watching.
Not at all.
It was just funny to me because in one hand it's like I agree with exactly what you were saying.
Yeah.
Because we automatically associate popularity with
Who we know.
With what I'm saying, but at the same time I see all the time people who are excelling at the things that I think I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, like YouTube popularity.
Yeah.
I was just gonna use that thing. I was just gonna use that.
That's
scenario.
different though. I feel like because there's different sectors in YouTube that you just don't even.
Like, bro, a lot of people don't know who Mr. Beast is, but Mr. Beast is known.
I've heard of Mr. Beast.
Bro,
Yeah.
Bro, I went in a room like my sons. I'm like, who the fuck is he? He was like, that's Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
I go and look at his picture. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Right?
And I never heard of him until my son said something.
My kids watch something like they got like 20 million subscribers. Like,
I'm like, what the fuck?
like you know what I'm saying? Like, You know, so I understand, but just something like, what's his name, Robert? What? this is my point. Glasper, like, bro, come on, you ain't making no raw head songs.
I don't know, bro.
Here, bro.
So I was talking to Stogie about it, and he said that he pointed this whole situation out to me, really.
Yeah.
And when I have listened to Chris Brown music in the past, obviously, you know, like you said, Chris Brown is a household name. On the flip side, I've listened to Chris Brown albums recently, and it's like, I don't know what category he is anymore.
Chris Brown?
Yeah,
Chris Brown and pop.
Kind of pop. Not really R&B.
The category was best R&B album, not best pop album.
But pop, I think pop encapsulate like it's all of that. It's not just like it's just popular.
I was just gonna say that it's pop from short term for popular.
Like they giving R&B now. This buddy Robert who?
Glasper.
Is he white?
No, he's black.
He's black?
Yes.
That's even worse. That niggas, no disrespect, but niggas don't even know who this is.
I never even heard of him.
Glasper? Like what nigga's last name is Glasper? Where he from?
That ain't even catchy though.
Right.
The name of the album is Black Radio.
Where's Robert
Black
Glasper
Radio
from, bro? This nigga from the UK, bro. Stop playing with me.
I like to have, and this is where my curiosity works to my benefit. I like to have a first-hand opinion on.
I gotta listen to this.
Oh, here you go, right here.
I like to have a first-hand opinion.
Oh, shit, he don't even look like an R&B singer.
See?
He look like he rap.
Oh, bro, what? Bro, he don't look like he rap, bro. He look like he. Yeah, all right. Right.
No, I'm saying like, cause I.
See, I typed in Robert. He don't even pop. They got Downey Jr. in here. Come on.
What you looking at?
I just typed in Robert. I mean,
looking through Google.
Yeah, Google.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a pianist.
He's a full-on musician.
Yeah, he's a musician though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? So when I was talking to Stogie,
they say jazz.
He said he described Robert Glasper as
from
the
Texas.
DJ Khaled of R&B.
Okay.
DJ Khaled ain't even a DJ Khaled of rap.
But
he's not even a DJ. So, I'm not sure if that's a good thing. What are you saying?
But Robert Glasper, in comparison to DJ Khaled, is full on hands-on. Just listen to the album, bro.
I'm gonna check it out, man.
So he like a hit maker.
I don't even think so. I don't even think he's necessarily a hit maker, bro. But
I'm saying he like to do hit maker.
So what did he put out that to win R&B album of the year? Yeah. That people are sitting up here like, okay.
I'm listening to.
I mean, the shit to me would have to be played on the radio. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody on GCI, I've never heard them like, we finna play the new Robert Glasper. Like, I've never heard that.
Yeah, I think his style of R&B after listening to the album, I listened to it, I gave it a solid run through once, and I started listening to it again, but I didn't make it through.
Okay, the first run through, man, what you get out of 10?
R&B? Oh, out of 10?
Yeah, 10, 5 out of 5 stars. Where we going?
I give it a solid.
Okay.
I'm judging this based off of, and then when you listen to it, you gotta think of I think of it like old school R&B.
Okay, I'm with it.
I give it a solid. I think I give it a solid. If you're talking 5 stars, 4.
5 stars, 4. Okay, so that's like an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And
what, his album?
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
This particular album, yeah.
Which one was it?
The Black Radio 3.
Black Radio 3. I'm gonna listen to it.
It's the most recent one.
Black Radio 3. Okay.
I mean, well, you know what, and you know, Grammys always has this.
That was one.
You know, it's always something where people talking about the Grammys. They didn't do this or they didn't do that. Somebody got overlooked. Like they were looking at you know, people I guess so-called got mad at Kendrick Lamar. You know, for winning women. Was it rap album of the year? I think he won rap album of the year. So you had, you know, DJ Khaled up there, you know, looking crazy. You had I forget the white boy name, and then you had
what's his name?
Yeah, him. And then you know, I can't think of his name either. And then
he from Tennessee or something?
Pusha T.
From Memphis.
You know, and you know, I love Push. I listen to Push, but you know, like Push, you've been around like 20 years. How you know, how long we gonna be rapping about crack?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's the point.
You know what I'm saying? How long you still doing crack? Moving crack. Like, how long we gonna be talking about this? You know, and you know, so I don't know. I mean, we at this point, who is still doing crack outside the original crackhead? Like, you niggas should be making music about meth, opioids. You know what I mean? You should be making music about that. Nobody's doing crack no more outside the original crackheads.
But never try to do nothing. If you don't get this hard wake up call right now, what is to say you gonna ever try to get the wake up call? You gonna ever try to be on your own?
And all that's within the past. I would say all that is within. I mean, you always had that segment of group, like that segment in society that moves like this. This isn't really directed to black people. Of course, you got Section 8 all throughout, you know what I'm saying, the United States.
Yeah, it's a lot of people on there.
So there's all types of people that do that. But it's crazy because it seems like like you said, we were talking about rap, and our segment of people just tend to kind of, rappers and whatever. Like we can tend to fall in that category.
Mm-hmm.
Struggle streaming right now, as they say. There we go. There we go.
Up, man? It is what it is.
There we go.
Hey man, what y'all can do is donate to the KNoWKi podcast so we can get this popping. What is you talking about?
That's a fact, though.
Welcome to another episode of the KNoWKi podcast. This is your man Spaces.
This your boy Mar.
It's Jay every day.
Man, we done had a 36-minute conversation and didn't even do the intro, man. How y'all last week was cool?
That's what we do, man. We do this. We podcasters.
You right.
I think we are. Yes, indeed.
Hey,
3 years in the game.
You know what, right, though? You remember we record our the thing on New Year's. It was like 2.5 years in the game?
Yeah.
We recorded on New Year's, right? So,
what does it mean?
What you say?
I said we 2.5 years in the game, 2 viewers, 1 is me.
We just started getting into the live streaming game, you know. So we gotta.
No, but you remember we recorded on New Year's. We lost whatever, right? Yeah. So my girl, we had the whatchamacallits there. So my girl say we was around here talking, we was chatting, we was doing all that stuff. Soon as we said action or something like that, she say, I ain't never seen y'all where y'all straightened up and got on some business. I was like, that's how we do. Like, we can be talking freely, this, that, and the third, negative, then whatever. But once the shit start rolling, we got to get in professional mode. We're all professionals. So it was just really, really, really like,
Okay.
Really.
For sure, man. Hey, so let me ask you guys, man, how was y'all week, man? I'll end last because I want to segue into a conversation.
Okay.
But how was y'all week?
Mine been pretty dope, man.
How was it without me, man?
I ain't gonna lie to you though, boy. I was missing you though.
Man,
I be missing my dog.
Man, hey, it was like that too, man.
Look at,
you know what I'm saying? I was
me and Jay every day, we work together. We together like damn near out of 24 hours out of the day, at least about 10 to 12 of them hours we together, right? When we get our vacation bids on the job we on, we never look at each other. We never be like, oh, you gonna take this? I'm gonna take this. No, we never do none of that. Always happen, either we on the same week or I go 1 week, he's off the next week. Or I go the next week, he off this week. And it was like a 2-week period where we ain't seen each other. And I was sitting at the crib like, damn, I miss my dog, man. I ain't talked to my man, my brother.
You know how it be? Because it'd be like, because I was like, man, when you went on vacation, because you went on vacation last week, the week before last, right?
Yeah, last week.
So I was like, when I see Maul, you know what I'm saying? We're going to link up at the gym and all that, whatever. I'm going to, let motherfucker rest. Like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga see me every day.
Every day, I see every day. Every day, I see every day.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So just let him rest. You know what I'm saying? And then when I go on vacation, I'm sure he going to do the same thing. So it's kind of like, I ain't seen you since last Sunday because we were supposed to hit the gym.
We did. We hit the gym last Sunday.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I ain't seen you since last Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
we
we
supposed
did.
to hit the gym today.
Yeah.
And then, I didn't bag out. I got my reasons for bagging out.
No, I was too. I was tired. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was tired. And I was finna still go. But I'm like, if this dude called me, matter of fact, let me call him. See, because I know he was at work last night. And I know I got in late. So if I got in late, that means you're gonna be later.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe he was late and he don't want to go. So that give me an excuse not to go too.
Yeah. Man, and what's crazy is like my back just got good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we was doing back we were doing the full workout last Sunday.
Oh yeah. Every Sunday gonna be full body.
Yeah, and it just like literally
every day.
Like, on my ride home from work, I was like, oh, I'm good to go to the gym, but I kind of got in late.
Okay.
Spaces, man. How was your?
Paid off my car, man.
Oh, congratulations.
Man.
No doubt.
Paid, man.
I can't wait till I say that shit too.
Yeah.
Man.
Go get another car. Fuck around and just do some shit and go get another car.
I'm gonna fuck around and get something else too. Not for me, but the family.
Paid off my car, man. I tell you, it's only been a few days, and let me tell you.
Yeah.
I feel rich. I ain't gonna lie. Like, granted, I'm not granted. You know what I'm saying? But it's just freeing up that amount of money per month.
Yeah.
It's just opening up all kinds of possibilities for what it is that I can do with that money now.
I'm not going to say what you should do, but, you know what I'm saying, just taking into consideration, whatever money that you would normally spend on, like that car note, put that in a high-interest savings account or something like that where it can stack some money. You know, I'm sure you got other bills, but you was probably making that work anyway while you was doing it.
Yeah.
Put it in a high-interest savings account, maybe get you a CD or something where you can actually build some interest on that, man.
Just
you know what I mean? Right, you just save it. Because you're already used to paying it anyway, and then when you got to go ahead and dig in it, it's already there.
And I'm going to just do some quick math. I don't know how much your car note was. We never talked about car notes. So let's say average car note is about, I'm going to just say $325 times 12. That's $4,000. Not talking about whatever else you saved, anything like that. Just talking about on whatever.
They just said, "Why you yelling?"
Oh, yeah. Was he talking to me? Or was he talking to you?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Shit, he was happy. He just paid off that car note. I want to be with him. I wish we could announce it together because I'm tired of paying the car note too.
Bro, just freeing up that money, man.
But you know, dog, the insurance is starting to be like, I don't know if y'all insurance going up, but this shit is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, mine went up last year, and for 2.
Oh, you pay year to year? Or you go 6 months?
No, I had noticed that it went up like last year.
Thank you.
I had noticed that it went up last year, and it went up to like I paid like $187 a month.
I wish I did pay $187.
So I mean, I got full coverage, man. Come on over to the outside, man. Maybe I get you $50 or something. You know what I'm saying? Who you with?
Progressive.
Me too.
Shit, ridiculous.
How long you been with him?
2 years now, going on 2 years.
I'm at 4. I think I'm at 4.
Does year, make, and model make the difference?
Yes.
Spaceships like
that's why. Yeah. You see where I was going with that?
They cost extra. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to really insure that.
But boy, if I keep going this rate and making the money I'm making, and keep going up, shit, my insurance might be like $500. The next thing I want,
okay, so like,
the next car I want is gonna be like $5.
That's definitely a good thought though, because I've been exploring all different kinds of possibilities on things I can do now, and my first goal was to pay off all debt.
Yeah.
Right. My first goal was to pay off all debt, but I actually listened to in that book. I think it was I Will Teach You to Be Rich or I'll Make You Rich by Ramin Sethi. He said Capital One 360 is one of the best high interest savings accounts that he recommended.
What are they doing?
I haven't looked into
now,
it.
American Express is doing something. Just got an email. You know, American Express. Feel free to sponsor the show. They doing so. What? Just a savings account. They're doing 3.75%. So for a savings account, that's really good. Like,
yeah, because
you know what I mean?
even in the book when I was listening to it,
send it to me. Text it to me now. The book,
he mentioned the amounts that he mentioned didn't go over 2%. He mentioned 3 of his favorite ones. One of them was I had to remember.
Shit, anything over 2.5%, you doing damn good. 2.6,
savings?
2.6, 2.7, anything over 2.5%, you good.
Anything over 1%.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it's a fact. You doing damn good. I don't know, because when he said that, I don't know about the percentages or anything like that. I just know anything like 2-3%, you doing damn good. People say you're not. You're doing damn good.
Yeah.
I got Robinhood. Robinhood, I think, should give you 4.1.
Okay.
Because I got a Robinhood. Yeah, I got a Robinhood account. And they say all your uninvested money, you get like 4% or something like that. Okay. Let me make sure. Because, you know, I ain't been in my savings, because I've been thinking about this. But it's like what it is. I forgot what they said it was.
Man, but yeah, so another one he mentioned was Schwab.
Schwab.
Yeah, and so he mentioned 3. I forget what the third one was, but
I think it's a Charles
Capital
Schwab
One
on
360.
22nd in Oak Brook.
It's a Charles Schwab and it's a TD Ameritrade over there.
Okay. So for me,
Yeah,
man,
we just don't buy clothes and do all that other shit. We do
Barely
handle
buy
business.
You know what I'm
we
saying?
do all this. We do everything. We one of them ones where we buy designer, but we also invest too in the same time. We don't just buy things and don't invest them too. We try to teach that to the youth. You got to do both.
Right.
If you out here buying designer clothes, designer sneakers, this is just some game. If you out here buying the designer clothes, Jordans, Balenciaga, whatever you want to buy, yeah, you can buy that, but also at the same time, invest some of your money. Don't just spend all your money on designer stuff, just trying to look good or feel good and feel rich to some broke people that you're trying to impress. Don't do that.
For sure. I was looking at the Fendi belt.
For the wedding?
No, just in
Oh,
general.
okay.
My homie had it on, and I mean, I've seen it before. You know what I'm saying? He made it look real fly, and I was like, man, let me.
With the turtleneck on? With the
Nah,
jacket on?
he was at the signature room,
Oh, okay.
and it looked real fly, and I was like, man, I already knew it was expensive.
Yeah.
So
How much was it?
they like $525.
$525.
I was
You
looking,
really just paying for the buckle, ain't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, man.
Nigga like me will go down to my fucking Chinatown.
I was like, man, I don't. Not right now. Like, you know, I got
I'm one of them
stuff to do.
ones. I buy a motherfucking phony belt and get in my motherfucking expensive car, y'all. That's fucking talking.
I hear that.
Hey,
Get over.
Cardi B said that. Like,
What am I looking to be rich to a bunch of broke motherfuckers?
No, I
like
mean,
that
if
shit?
you like, I've always been the type. If you have, so like for fake stuff, like I've never. If I can't afford it, then I just can't afford it.
Okay, I'm with
So
you.
I don't. Like I'm not
That makes-
I'm not
I like
gonna
that.
act like I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
not
I like
gonna
that.
act like I got a Fendi belt or nothing like. If I can't afford that, then it just is what it is. I'll go without. But you know what I'm saying? If I can afford it, then I'll buy it. You know, essentially, you know. So at this point, it's not that I can't afford it. It's just that do I want to spend
I'm not finna put that on that. I got other things. I got other things in
Yeah,
place.
I got other things that
It's an order. It's an order sheet. And that's at the bottom of the order sheet
Yeah.
right now.
And I still live in an apartment. So, you know.
I be trying to tell people that you can't be buying this expensive stuff in expensive cars and you sitting out here parking on the streets of Chicago where somebody can sideswipe your shit.
Yeah.
That don't make sense to me. To me, it don't make sense to me either. If I'm driving in a foreign car with a Louis bag and I'm coming downstairs, I ain't even getting no elevator to get to my crib. I gotta walk downstairs to go get in the car. It's not even in the garage. It's on the streets. Where the city of Chicago gave me a ticket.
It's funny that you say that because, like, I mean, that's out west, and it's like these people. It's like 3 people around there. They got like Range Rovers. I was just wondering, like, bro, you can, you know, whatever you spending on this Range Rover, like, you could take that
And bro,
and go ahead and move into, you know, just find you somewhere. I mean, it could be a cheaper condo or something like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, just take that money and put that into
and
that.
you know,
And you can still get the Range Rover.
a basic Range Rover is like 80 bands, right?
And that shit
80.
can cost you, yeah.
You know, I know for a fact, ain't now one of these niggas putting no 20 bands down, like 20, 30% down. So they car notes is the same much as they rent.
And then, you know, when you buy a Range Rover, as soon as you go off the lot,
That's 60 now. It's 60,000.
No, the check engine light come on.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
Check
fact.
engine light come on.
You did all this for show.
Yeah, like Range Rovers is really like that. I've heard stories like people that bought the higher end Range Rovers as soon as they come out the lot, check engine lights on. We've had a manager. He had a Range Rover. This Range Rover stayed in the shop.
More than he drove it.
Dude, it was crazy, but
He was lucky if he get a week.
I heard Range Rovers were fragile anyway.
yeah, very clearly.
The truck is too big to be going that fast to be always in the shop.
So,
Cause it's like a sports vehicle anyway. It's really a sports vehicle.
yeah, it's supposed
Supposed to handle real good.
So I was on vacation last week. My vacation went well. I didn't go anywhere. You know, stayed at home. Got a lot of things done. My windshield was cracked. Had to get that fixed.
Hey, so did the insurance pay for it?
No,
It wasn't free, or you had to pay for it?
it was because yeah, I had to pay for it
Okay.
because it was only like maybe $185 or something.
I got to do a whole new windshield.
Yeah, because the crack eventually just.
Oh, it's not. Oh, you hit.
Well, I had the heat on, and then the heat started, you know, spreading. You know, if you have it on the windshield, it'll start spreading the crack.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like a lot of times you want to catch it early.
Yeah.
So I
The,
waited.
the smaller it is, the better it is.
Exactly, because then they can fix it just like that.
Yeah.
I had the heat on, then I said I get to it when I get to it, and you know,
It paid for it, huh?
Yeah, I paid for it. It's fine. You know, windshield working good. At least for now, I ain't seen no raindrops and nothing coming. So it was good. Got to hang out with the family. You know, pick my daughter up from school. And then like my kids already know. Like, it's going to be a time during the week where we get down and we start cleaning the house. You know what I'm saying? We get to really scrub it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my wife, she does an excellent job as far as, you know, keeping up, you know, just certain things, right? But, well, not really, but I'd say what I like to do is, you know, get the what they call the nicks and crannies. Right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You know, we finna hit them baseboards.
Woo!
We scrub them baseboards and you know, just get to certain spots because you know when you're doing the mopping, the mop
builds up.
When you're sweeping, you know, you sweep, you get whatever you can, and then you mop. Sometimes like little dust particles and stuff get in the corner. But a lot of that shit gotta get, you know, you gotta get down there with your hands and knees, and that's why, you know, God blessed me with 3 kids. God blessed me with 3 kids, so they can get down there on their hands and knees. Because one time I used to be a child, and my mother and my grandmother, that's how I learned to clean.
Right.
Is to get down there and you know, just we used to mop what you call there's mopping, and then we would go down on our hands and knees and actually wash the floors. You know what I'm saying, with a rag.
Yeah.
And then we will polish the floor. You know, have you guys ever had to do that?
Polish the floor? No.
Polish the floors.
I think my mama was bogus because she sounded like your mama. Because my mama said the only reason she had kids was to clean.
Yeah, they slaves.
So I'm like, bro, that's wild. I turned out pretty good, but that's wild.
Yeah.
She said the only reason I had kids was to clean, carry groceries, clean up my goddamn house. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had them.
Hey, I think my youngest daughter is watching the podcast right now. Shout out to you. But what she said was we was riding back from Macy's today, and because I know I told her I was gonna tell on her. We was riding back from Macy's, and she was like, "Ooh, pretty," right? So we driving. She's 7, and I look to the right, and I see a cemetery.
Whoa!
And I said, you know that's a cemetery, right? That's where the dead go. So I just wanted to make sure she is watching the podcast. I wanted to make sure that I did tell her I was going to tell on her.
She said,
She said, "Ooh, pretty." I don't think she knew it was.
She gonna be an Undertaker.
She gonna be a coroner.
She gonna be an Undertaker.
She gonna be, hey, that's money.
Duck boots on, everything.
Money.
She gonna be.
Money.
That's a fact.
Money.
That's one thing. That's one profession that'll never go out of style, boy, because people gonna die.
They gonna die.
Facts. She's gonna be employed for the rest of her life.
So, but what I did want to tell you guys, and this kind of goes off the cleaning thing, right? So, which one would you rather have?
Oh shit.
Right?
Uh-oh. This or that.
It's a this or that. Cook food, you come home to a house, food is cooked, place a little jacked. Or clean house.
Clean house.
Or no food.
Clean house, no food.
No cook food, rather.
No cook food. Clean house, no cook food.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Go into that.
Cause the simple fact of it is the way I work so late anyway. So I understand if your man's working and he's paying most of the bills, your wife is working too. So it's only either or. Mm-hmm. And both of them you standing on your feet. Both of them you can go at you can do as you doing what you're doing, but cooking and trying to I don't know. I just would say clean because I'd rather for a clean house. Because to me, when you come into a clean house and you sit down and you watch TV, that's the best feeling in the world. Ain't no clothes over here. Ain't no crumbs on the floor. The vacuum floor, the smell, the scent of the candles, all that. To me, that is like pure joy. I done paid the rent, everything paid up, all bills paid up, and you come home to a clean house, then I come home to a junky house, I'm moving shit off the table to eat my food and all that. I'll cook my own shit. I'll get some hot dogs or something. I'm not tripping. I ain't tripping on that. I'll make me a sandwich. It's some leftovers in there. I warm up. I be trying to eat healthy anyway. I'll go cook my rice, chicken, and broccoli. I'll put that in the microwave and I'm going to get the evening and grub it. But I'd rather for the house to be clean and it smells good when I walk in the house because that makes me feel better when I come in the house. That's just my opinion.
Facts.
Me, I think I'd rather have cooked food.
Okay, explain.
I can't even continue lying like that. No, I don't.
Hey, you should see my eyes. I say, damn, how you eating this?
Dirty in a dirty house.
This was my explanation to my oldest daughter, right? She's 14.
Yeah.
Right? She's normally in charge of the
Oh, I
dish.
got another diss of that. As soon as this, let's go fire her there.
So I'm like, now, if a house is messed up, would you eat at somebody's house, or would you, knowing, or not even eat at their house, but if you knew that their house was like toe up, you know what I mean, just dirty, or you know what I'm saying, would you eat at that person's house and they bringing food to work?
Hey, how the meme
would you
go?
eat that?
How the meme go with Shannon Sharp?
Right. So I mean, like, I think in order to you gotta have a clean kitchen, a clean house in general. Like, even at the very least, a clean kitchen in order to cook the food.
That's a fact.
Everything else can be toe up. Like, growing up, for me, like, even if my room is toe up or whatever, you get to that. But two things.
Yeah.
Clean kitchen
A clean
and clean bathroom.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, that's what, my mother taught me and my grandmother taught me. Is like, you're gonna keep the house clean, bro. Like, I don't care. Anybody know me. I love to eat.
Yeah.
But
the house clean.
That house got to be clean. And I know I'm not like necessarily the tidiest person all the time.
I'm not either.
You know what I mean? So I obviously sometimes I got to get on myself.
Yeah.
And I can't really, be a hawker down on the kids until I really, you know what I'm saying? Hawker down on myself, right? Because they're a reflection of me.
They're watching you.
So I'm going to go ahead and show them. So I really, sometimes I get mad or whatever. But it ain't until I clean up my own space that I can go ahead and tell them about this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
and I want to salute, because we give them enough credit, but I also take the credit back because it's just not only on them, but them black women for teaching us what the fuck they taught us.
Sure. Yeah.
We give them the credit, and we say it all the time. We give credit where credit's due. Black women that taught us the respect, the issues, and all the stuff that we talking about in this podcast. My mama gave to me before she passed away. All that, I thank and appreciate them black women. Black women be on point. I'm not gonna lie with some of the things they taught us. Man, we went up to 54. Bro, we get up to 100 subscribers. Boy, I ain't gonna know how to act. I'm gonna tell motherfuckers start booking appointments to talk to me.
You don't get bougie?
Hey, what? Me and Jerry, hey, boy, don't talk to us. Go look at our assistant. We go to our player page, click assistant, and click the time to talk to us. No, I'm just I be saying stupid. I'm not like that, y'all. For real, I'm not like that. I talk to anybody, man. That shit'd be crazy.
Right now.
Right now? You said it's gonna change?
Yeah, you start getting somebody millionaires. Look, man, you gonna have to pay for a consultation.
It ain't even that though. We're gonna be too busy though.
Yeah.
Cause now you're gonna sit up here and see motherfucker gonna be really.
Yeah, we live.
We gonna be sitting up here spending time with the family on a yacht or something, family vacations. Like, oh, we going to Peru. You want to come? I need to get a bigger villa.
Gotta go to Peru.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, we going to Bora Bora. Should I get the whole villa? Should I get the 6-7 room villa? Or I'm cool with the 2-3 room villa.
He talking about money.
That's what I'm saying, though. We're going to take the kids out of the country. Yeah. So we can be excluded. We don't have to worry about nobody coming up and asking us for nothing. It's just the privacy. You're really paying for the privacy to be really exclusive with your family.
So
and
you ain't trying to deal with the beggars and the vagrants, huh?
I ain't saying all that, but I'm just saying I want the inclusion. I like private shit. To me, it's you paying for privacy. That's why you don't have phones and all. You paying for the privacy. It's just if everybody was supposed to be invited, they would be here. Evidently, it's not for everybody. But I want to go back to, because Jerry Day, he was talking about the cleaning and stuff. I had another diss of that. Yeah. Would you rather your significant other be more of best friend or more of wife? You know how they say, I want to be married to my best friend? You only can choose one. Either she's going to be more of your best friend or more of your wife.
Yeah, well, I married you, so we're going to do more of the wife. Otherwise, I would have just kept you as a best friend. Because with your best friend, you get them conversations where, not to say you don't have uncomfortable conversations with your wife, but a friend, you kind of know. Like, best friend, you know who people that slept with,
Yeah.
I don't want to know all that.
Me neither.
I
Right.
wouldn't.
I don't want to know.
Right. You know what I'm saying? How you didn't put that work in.
Yeah.
Had that leg behind it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Your wife, your best friend, and you telling me, yeah, he had me in the
He had it in my ribs.
Yeah, you know what I'm
She said, I thought I was about to die.
Yeah.
He had me
Baby.
coughing. He had me coughing on the
He had me in a full Nelson. Why?
She told you he had me coughing up dick.
Right. All right, man. Good luck to you and your friend.
We ain't in a relationship no more. Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
No, it's over with.
No, this is what you wanted. You didn't want no wife. You wanted the best friend. You could have did that without getting married to the motherfucker.
And then she fuck around and say, girl. I'm not your girl.
No, they hit you with the girl.
I'm not your girl.
Everybody been hit with the girl. Well, they got to scream in, yeah.
Hey, boy, I'm not your girlfriend. I'm your, well, no. No, you ain't finna be talking about, girl, you had my head behind my head.
Yeah.
Bro, you see what you say? You know all these girlfriend conversations? Girl, I ain't never hit you with the... You sit up here taking all this in like, I ain't never did all that to you.
Right.
Now you in your feelings.
Yeah, no.
About your manhood, thinking you ain't put it down like you put it down because she tell you about the other dude she had.
Keep that about your wife, boy. That's your wife.
So what you say? A wife or girlfriend? Me, wife or best friend?
I think.
Yeah, we put this shit out in 30-minute increments. 30-minute increments. This shit going out.
I think it's best to if I have to choose, I would say wife.
Okay.
I would say wife because it just is essentially what y'all just described, right? It's a level. It's a different level of comfortability, right?
It's certain things I just don't want to hear about.
A lot of people say that you should marry your best friend because because it's whatever their reason is essentially it's under the umbrella of comfortability. But I think when it comes to husband and wife, you marriage needs to be. I think people are approaching marriage from the standpoint of, I want to marry my best friend, and here we are. I think that is a contribution to why divorce rates are so high.
Explain.
I think it's a because there's individual roles associated with either title, right? Yeah. There's a certain way you address life in your household when you're living with your friend versus when you're living with your wife. Mm-hmm. So those two don't go hand in hand. So like if people are going to get into a marriage with somebody, they need to be marrying that person based off of the necessities of life and what that person can contribute as a necessity to them, right? Like a friend isn't a friend. Like what can a friend do for you that a wife can't? Like if people marry their best friend, then the title would be I married my best friend. Mm-hmm. The title wouldn't be my wife or my husband. The title would be my friend. You know what I mean? So no, I would say a wife because there's the necessities of sustaining a marriage fall under the title of wife and not friend.
I'm with y'all though. I'd rather fuck that friend shit. I got friends. I got my homies. I don't need no.
For real.
Because if I have my best friend, I'm not sleeping with my best friend. That's how you get shit tangled up and shit just get misconstrued, feelings, and now you sitting up here, I'm fucking you, but I'm fucking somebody else. Now your feelings are involved because I'm fucking two people. No. I married my wife and I'm only got you. You only want me fucking you, so you're my wife. Right.
That's real.
If I wanted to have friends and all this stuff with benefits, I wouldn't have got married and I'd just be in a nice not monogamous. Or the other one. What's the other one?
Polyamorous, polygamous.
Yeah, whatever the one where you get multiple wives at. I will have that type of relationship instead of the one with just marrying my wife or whatever like that. I don't need the best friend thing or all like that because, nah. It's just certain things too. Like people be like, I like to talk about everything. No, the hell you don't. Cause we up here, we tight, but nigga, we not talking about everything, nigga. Nah, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. I'm sorry. If it got something to do with your health or something like that, I'm cool with talking to you about it. Comfortable with that. But certain things, nigga, I just don't want to hear. I don't want to hear about that. How Martin Lawrence said in Bad Boys, we gonna take that little shit along with my mama's titties and all that other shit. We're gonna put that in a box. We're gonna throw this motherfucker in the ocean, in the middle of the ocean, the deepest part, and we never gonna bring this shit up again. Okay?
Right. For sure.
like I say, some things, yeah, I want to talk to my homies about if he got problems, you know, if he some health problems, if he's scared about a surgery or he think he probably got cancer. Yeah, that's cool. But then there's other certain things too I do not want to talk about with my homies. No, I'm cool. I talk to her about my wife, and there's certain things with my wife. I would like to have that comfortability where I can talk to her about anything, but you just not talking about it. Like people be always sitting up here talking about some, I can discuss everything with my wife like she's my best friend. No, you can't, cause you can't sit up here and tell your wife like, damn, I fuck the shit out of her if I wasn't in a relationship. Like you can tell your homies that. You get what I'm saying? That's your best friend. Can't you tell your best friends that? But you can't tell your best friend's wife that. She's not going. She's not going. Am I right or wrong? But that's just true. It's just facts, though.
That's essentially what I'm saying.
There's certain things you're just not going to discuss. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I'm not going to be talking about that. No, I'm not trying to hear that. No.
Like if there's a conversation that is something that I don't want to hear, then it's something that we've already encountered before we got. Most likely, it's something that we've encountered before we even got married.
Okay.
Right. So, like for instance, obviously you wouldn't see. That's what I'm saying. Like you wouldn't tell your wife that. You wouldn't tell your wife that you want to smash somebody else. You would tell your friend that though.
That's a fact. You'll tell your best friend that.
You know what I'm
saying?
See
that in the gym or something on the treadmill or something. Like, damn, she wrong. You're not telling your wife that.
Exactly. So.
That's best friend.
But go. I think.
Did you ever have something?
I don't know what these dudes talking about, man. I'm gonna let them. Hey, I don't know what they do.
No, I'm saying like we're just using that as an example.
You know what he's doing. He had the, you know.
It's cool. I get what I'm just saying.
You know what I'm talking about?
I get what you're talking about.
Okay.
Essentially, there's you address life.
Crazy. You
on the parts.
On no smoke. What these dudes talking about?
Oh, you know why? I know why. Go ahead.
I go to the gym. I look straight.
Oh, that's the part that got him. Oh shit!
You talking crazy, man? I ain't gonna be able to go to the gym with you. And then, first of all, look, that normally don't even happen at the gym. I'm focused on not hurting myself.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That was just an example.
I want to lay that. My wife watching it. I want to lay that out straight. In general, I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit, man.
So I'm trying not to hurt myself. No, it's sore. You think I give a damn about them brides?
Bro, we just had a situation.
I'm not trying to fuck with
No, this shit, it was funny, man. It is what it is. I mean, look, guys have locker room talk. It just is what it is. Just like women have their own salon talk or whatever. Men have locker room talk. We have barbershop talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just that's what we're doing. That don't mean nobody necessarily going in with it or whatever. Keep going. Oh man, that was funny.
No, I mean, come on. Like we got to be, realistic about the situation, bro. A lot of, and to this example, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm coming down hard on the women. Yeah. To this example, a lot of women do go to the gym, dress a certain way, and do certain workouts so they can garner attention.
I'm seeing some shit at the gym. I'm like, why? Like, it's like, why is she wearing it? Like, she got a thong on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's these spandex joints with the, it looked like they almost got like a thong on.
Yeah, it's designed like that.
I'm like, why the fuck? Like, why they, that's something for the crib.
No, but look at this. You can wear whatever you want to wear, women. But you can't tell a man how to react to what you got on. That's how I put that. And it's not saying that he should be over the top or he should be creepy or anything like that. You damn near naked. Like, how you want him to react to that?
And that was one of the things I was thinking about. Like, should gyms and stuff be co-ed like that?
Oh, you think it should just be all women, all guys?
I think you get more, just more done when, you don't have as many distractions.
Yeah.
It's like, men walking around there with their shirt off or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, the women trying to get they're gawking all over the dudes. And then you got the woman, she probably got the BBL or she trying to get, she's working on that booty or whatever. And, like, the men is, hey, When they nudging.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, squat machine,
The
shot
squat,
leg.
yeah. Stairmaster and all that. Like,
Step massage, squat machine, all leg equipment. That motherfucker over there lifting weights and bam, shit that fell on you. Because you over there with the leg equipment because she doing squats.
Nonsense Nap said you should be able to tell your wife anything.
Nonsense Nap. Oh, what's up, Nonsense Nap? How you doing, bro? You should be able to tell your wife anything. I agree. Well,
You should.
Well, first of all, we would
Vast
like to
majority.
know, is Nonsense Nap married?
Nonsense Nap, are you married?
And you can tell her anything, but when she reacts to it and when she reacts to what you told her and start acting differently from what you didn't tell her, who fault is that? Because you told her anything.
Because my idea, you don't tell anybody anything.
That-
Or you don't
That's what I
tell
was gonna
anybody everything. Like, there's just certain things you just leave. You don't
Right.
never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things you just leave out. Okay.
It's something.
Is no disrespect? Is that from telling her anything?
So what did he say? Some things are just better left unsaid.
He said,
Like-
"Hey, I'm an honest person. You told her everything, bro."
Yeah, it is. Some things you're right about that. Certain things is left to be unsaid. Because that's, matter of fact, I'm going through that right now. I'm not gonna say the whole totality.
I'm gonna say you gotta go home.
Yeah,
you gotta go.
I ain't worried about that. I'm going home. Well, I pay bills. I'm going home. I don't know what you talking about. But what I'm
He
saying
gonna
is,
get there. The motherfucker
Bro, he gonna be like, hey, Spaces, man.
hey, cut that off, man. Cut that part out of the podcast. You gotta get that part out. But no, what I'm saying is, when you're saying everything like, okay, if we're having a conversation or if I tell you something, it's up to you how you react. Sometimes you don't need a reaction.
Yeah.
Because then that'll pull along something else and bring something else out in the situation to go crazy. You can just take the information in, say, okay, I got it. You don't have to react to everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of going through now with what it's no big, we ain't got no smoke or no beef at the crib, but I'm just trying to teach, like, you don't have to say anything about everything. Sometimes it's just, okay, and just keep it moving.
Right, and that that also goes into, and I don't know what this, but obviously we're not talking about this.
Yeah, we're not talking about, we're just talking
generally speaking, some things are better left unsaid because
That's the point exactly,
it could have, that whole conversation could have been avoided.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's really like a proceed with discretion. Like if you're at the point where you're married to somebody, you should have a pretty good idea about
How they react
what
to
you
things.
what you can and can't say around them or how to present things in certain ways. So no, the mantra is, like Nonsense Nap said, you should be able to tell your wife anything, but apparently you can't because they may not, a lot of times, depending on what it is, will not react in the best way to just receive what it is that you're saying.
But it's kind of like a vice versa thing, though, right? If you're able to tell her everything, she's able to tell you everything, right? So would you want to know that, hey, Buddy right there is attractive? She's gonna tell you that Buddy right there. She might tell her friend, but Buddy right there is attractive. Do you want to hear that? You're gonna be in your feelings about that guy. You know what I mean?
What if she
you're
tell
gonna
you,
feel some type of.
Buddy don't even have to say nothing else, but he can get the draws.
Exactly.
You gonna be sitting there looking at your wife like you hoe.
Bars.
You gonna be sitting there looking at her like you don't gotta say nothing to you when you just sleep with him.
Bars.
So you might as well just. What are you talking about? Like, hey, we finna sit up here, and this is not nothing against nonsense. But I mean, I understand where he's coming from.
Like if any woman was to ask me how she looked, as men we think that's a trap.
No,
but I'm gonna be honest.
Off the cap, like, you know what I'm saying. If I'm
you can't
we
actually,
watching something on TV, I will say like, oh yeah, she look nice.
Yes,
nice lady or whatever. I mean, women know, like, if a woman looks at a woman, she can tell the woman's attractive. 9 times out of 10, if she can tell you she's attractive, she knows that you think she's attractive. You know what I'm saying? That lady that you're watching or whatever, that she's attractive. Like one time, this was a long time ago. Like, I think my wife, she still might be watching. But no, it was funny. It was me, my wife, my homie, and our kids was in the car, and his girl was in the car. His girl crossed the street. I ain't gonna lie, nice looking lady, right? Long hair, at least it looked real. She crossed the street, and I looked back at my homie. I said, "Hey, she got some nice hair." And my wife was like, "You weren't looking at our hair."
You weren't looking at our hair? That's cold word for homie. That ass was fat. What you talking about? Wifey, Miss J every day know what the fuck was going on.
Exactly. But
Exactly.
Women can tell, like, okay. They're checking you out just as much as they checking out the woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just not on no, extra shit, but just they pay attention.
Nonsense Nap has a decent point, right? He said, and to be frank, if I can say to my wife, Shawty look good, and vice versa, what's the issue? So you're saying that if you should be able to say, if you say to your lady that this other lady is attractive, then you're okay, Nonsense Nap, with her saying, hey, dude is attractive.
Yeah, but that's the type of relationship, like we just said before, you know who you married. You know if you got the jealous type where she don't like you verbally saying about, who's attractive and all that. You know who you married.
Yeah.
So if Nonsense Nap know that his wife is cool with that and she check out women just like he, vice versa and all that stuff, and they talk about that together, okay, that's cool. But if you got a wife, like, don't like that shit, you're not going to say it.
Well,
Which is most.
One thing that's when it's on TV, though, but when it's in real life.
Yeah. That's
you got access to her.
Right.
You can probably get her.
Right,
That's
so you might as well just
err on the side of caution, man.
I've just always been one of those people, you just don't say anything that comes to your mind.
Yeah, and then I want to go to the other top comment where he said, you should be able to tell your woman if she looks, it's not a trap about telling about what she's wearing. That is true, Nonsense Now, because your woman is a representation of you. So if you ask her, do she look nice or not, and she goes out there and you telling her every time that she looks nice, and she going out there looking like one of these motherfucking bust down skis or a muskrat, nigga, that's a representation of you. So you have to tell her, nah, baby, that outfit don't look good. You need to take those shoes off. You need to put these shoes on. Or you need to help her get dressed or whatever like that. Because I ask mine all the time, how does this look on me? Does this look cool? She'll be like, nah, I don't like the way this look, they look at that. And I'll be like, I look at it. I'll be like, okay, you're right. And I'll change it, put on something else, and adjust or whatever to come right. And that's vice versa with your woman. If your woman put on a thing and she might, she's in the gym, she's trying to get a little pudge off, but it might show this and makes her look a little bit more than what she wants to look like. You're going to tell her, no, that makes you look like this or that makes you look like that. You should change it and put on something else.
So, Nonsense Nap said, yeah, I ain't jealous like that. Now, she up under dude flirting, that's a difference. And you're talking about real life. So you're not talking about celebrities.
Okay. We with you, Nonsense Nap.
But no, I agree with that. Like, if I think I can handle it. No, I can't. I can't lie. I ain't gonna lie. No, her saying that somebody else is attractive.
Tell her ass, man. Go get him to pay for your meal then. Fuck you, Get out of my face.
Have you ever heard a woman?
Just play.
Not a woman. Have you ever heard like somebody? Okay, a significant other. Not a significant other. Okay, a friend of yours, or a family member of yours, say that they woman said that you look attractive.
I don't want to hear that, bro.
Say that again.
Don't tell me that.
I know exactly family member or a friend of yours, their woman said that you look attractive. No. Is that disrespectful?
I think context matters. I think how you're saying in the way you phrase it makes a difference.
Yes, you should bring it up. Because there's no type of context. Because you got to look at it like this. Now, every time you look at him or whatever, this nigga can fuck my wife. Or he can fuck my girl. She said he looks attractive. And even though she said she looked attractive, that means it's something else. You could have just kept that to yourself.
But does attractiveness necessarily mean that you can smash, though?
And that's why I'm saying context matters. Because if you say, bro,
I don't know what the fuck going on.
But because if you say attractive, that means attractive. Like I'm attracted. If the opportunity presents itself, something could possibly happen. Whereas, bro,
that's my bad.
But if the situation as it stands is that you're handsome, that has a different context than saying you're attractive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say context matters. So I think, but I don't know if I'm understanding the scenario right.
Your homie can get the draw.
That's what I'm saying. Now you're gonna look at him. You're gonna look at him away, bro. Every time he come around and come to the crib, you're gonna look at him away.
Nah, why would you look at him away though? Like, You know who your homie is.
I understand
You
that.
gotta look at her way, like.
But you gonna still look at him too.
You better keep her away from the
That's what I'm
homie.
saying.
Nonsense Nap said, "Yeah, I agree with y'all. Y'all all making good points.
All right, thanks. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you being here, bro.
Yeah,
I know Nonsense Nap in real life, by the way.
that's good.
But no, so I'm just missing a scenario. I'm
Missing
just letting
scenario
go
what?
of what he just said because
No, okay. Put it like this. We got.
Nah,
I'm gonna let you want to use. I want to just use some random people.
Yeah, no, not even just you know somebody.
right, yeah,
Who's a family member or somebody who's close to you, a friend,
okay.
and their significant other,
His girlfriend.
yeah, or wife,
Yeah.
saying that you're attractive.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it wasn't sinking. I get you. Oh yeah, that would be awkward. That'd be awkward. Like
Every time you come around, you think because she opened the door or she brought you some water. She's like, oh, you want some water too? Bitch, you trying to fuck? It's every time, and it's like your mind gonna play tricks on you, even though you shouldn't. Your mind is like, bro, I don't care what you say, how much of a player you are, how much you say you got things under control. Your mind plays tricks on you until you calm yourself down, and you will say, oh, you giving him some water so he can be rehydrated for the fucking night. You're gonna be saying all type of shit in your head. I'm not kidding, you is.
Are you? Would you?
Dog, you are.
if it's my homies,
Nigga, you
I'm
brought
putting
me 2
myself in
ice
a
cubes in my
situation.
ice, you brought him 3. I'm married to you, not him.
He's a guest.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a
Fuck
guest.
what you doing?
He's a
That's what I'm
guest.
saying. I don't give a fuck. This my house. Well, you gonna go play tricks
That
on
remind
you,
me
bro.
of the Skin Bone skit when they was drinking.
Yeah.
She bought him like. It was funny, man. It was
Yeah,
like she
you know,
giving
bro,
him.
your mind is going, I don't care how much of a man you say you are, how much confidence you say you got. Your mind will play tricks on you because that's your woman, and she's sitting up here, then brought this nigga 3 ice cubes of his water and gave you 2.
Nonsense Nav said being attracted to someone doesn't necessarily mean I want to crack. It's just the damn. Did I say damn? I don't know. I can't see.
It's just like, dang, I'm hungry. That cake look good, but I want something else.
Okay.
And he just talked about how him and I know each other.
For sure.
Real life.
I mean, and I do agree. Like, you know, just because somebody is attractive, you don't necessarily. But it's just like, damn, it's that close.
I think it's that word. That's why I say
It should have played mind tricks on you, bro.
it's just that word, like attractive, like honey attracts bees. You know what I'm saying? Like so that means if you put out some honey, then you're attracting bees. So I'm saying like it's a difference in saying somebody's attractive versus saying they're pretty
Well, okay,
or they're handsome.
So, but say for instance, there's a girl, right? You may be with somebody already, but you see an attractive girl. You wouldn't try to put like your homie on or your girl on, you know what I'm saying, or your guy on, like, or your brother on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't try to put, like, not necessarily because she might not be a good fit for me. She's attractive. She might not be a good fit for me, but she's a good fit for my brother. She's a good fit for you know, my homie. Like,
and that's a physical attraction.
Yeah.
Because she can open her mouth and fuck all that up.
say some dumb shit.
Straight.
Oh,
Well,
my
not
God.
necessarily say some dumb shit, but don't say anything that really aligns with my
Yeah, what I'm
personality.
what I got going
Yeah.
on, like on some adult shit.
Yeah.
Like, she out here just start, first thing come out her mouth is bitch and hoe.
Bro, I can't bro.
That's the first thing that come out her mouth is bitch and hoe. Like, she don't address nobody by their name. She's like, oh, bitch this, bitch that.
I can't
You don't even know nobody's name.
stand that.
Yeah, all of that. I don't give a fuck how good you look. That shit is a straight turn off. Motherfucker don't even want to smash you like that. In my eye.
Woo, sheesh.
You ain't,
Yeah.
you ain't smashing no Brian to just say bitch.
Nah. I got a wife. I'm gonna get married.
I mean,
Mine don't talk like that.
hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Oh, okay. You ain't say that at first.
Right. You can cover the
He
bases.
be trying to
I'm
catch
not trying to jam nobody
He be
up.
just throwing and
I'm
just
not
shooting. He be shooting. And every day be like 9 for 10 and this motherfucker just shooting.
I'm not trying to jam nobody. Obviously, everything we speaking is
Hypothetical.
hypothetically, right?
But no, I can't. Because to me is, I see a lot of women over the course of days and stuff that be attractive. But when they open their mouth, it's like,
She done.
yeah, she done.
Can't stand it. Can't stand
And
it.
it's
Can't stand
I'm
it.
at an age now where it's like,
Can't stand it.
I like more of what comes out your mouth and how you present yourself and how you carry yourself more than you got a fat ass or some big titties or you pretty.
But would you rather when somebody like, okay, when you come around, they don't say as much, but they want to say, they want to be like, bitch.
Yeah.
But when you come around, they just kind of more reserved.
but
or would you rather somebody who's more They just themselves.
I put it like this. Everybody is two different ways.
Mm.
You a certain way when you're with your homies and you out comfortable, and you're a certain way when you with your wife.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hear it.
Yeah, my wife says that everybody has a mask.
Everybody has two type of things. Because when we with the fellas and we just talking, like I was talking, and I think I think it was my wife, my fiance was in my ear. I say, me and Jay every day about to get out the car. I'm gonna call you back when I'm, whatever.
Yeah.
Nigga, because we finna talk. But time we walk from the car to that, how many conversations have we discussed and what we discussed?
So shutty ass, dick his ass, bro.
We talking mad shit, and I don't want everybody's not bound for that conversation.
Right.
So I had to get off the phone.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm saying we wear like a couple. So a girl that talks like that with her girlfriends, and I don't see that shit, I'm cool with that. But when you around other people and we're in a couple settings, and you need to be a different way.
While I agree with that, I think that the example you use, the profanity and all that stuff,
Yeah.
how you do, I think that's eventually going to come out sooner or later.
Yeah.
To me.
Okay.
Or in our conversation.
Okay.
Because it's going to slip out. Like, for instance, who was it that said that? I think I was listening to, I forget who, but they said that their father told, it was Anton Daniels. He said his father told him to never date a fat girl, right? Oh, never be friends with a fat girl. This is what he said. I'm just regurgitating words. This is not Spaces, body shaming, or nothing against women, all right? I'm just regurgitating what I heard. So he said never date fat or never be friends with a fat woman, because when you're going through something with your chick, that fat woman becomes attractive. Mm-hmm. But the minute you and the fat woman start arguing, everything that you find wrong with her comes out.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, that's with anybody.
Well, that and the reason why I connected the example, because to me, even when you're not dating someone, a vulgar mouth is just unattractive. It's just unattractive. It is absolutely unattractive. I can't stand it.
You know what I hate too, though, since we on this type of thing? When you tell a woman she should act like a woman, and she be like, what does that mean? What do you mean I should act like a woman? And then I'm going to start saying, because I was thinking about this. Okay, so since you said, what is that? So if a motherfucker go around here just saying bitch and calling you girlfriend and switching all the time, you ain't going to tell me to just act like a man? Especially if you're not into that type of thing. If I'm doing all that, no disrespect to the gay community, but I'm gay, right?
Right. 9 times
I'm part of gay. I'm part of LGBTQ plus community.
They done added a whole nother letter, but go ahead.
They know what I'm saying, and there's no disrespect, because y'all ask stuff all the time. Y'all gotta, hip us up on
this. This is what it is right now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, and I'm not meaning no disrespect in no type of way.
So Nonsense Nap said, "Hey, I'm an anomaly because I'm 100% me with the fellas or my girl." And he also said, "But I don't be saying anything or doing too much with wiki stuff."
Wild stuff.
Yeah. Wiki. What the heck? Wiki.
We all need our eyes checked.
I know, right?
No, that shit's small. That shit's super small. And it look blurry, too.
You said wiki.
I'm like, wiki stuff? What?
But, it's decent,
yeah. But I'd want to actually, this is completely change gears off. So y'all good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with
that.
that.
Let me just say, to connect the analogy that I was making, if she's cussing and doing and practicing all that vulgarity with her friends, then the minute y'all get into an argument, that's gonna come out to you. So that's what I mean. But so I was listening to Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Oh, Theo?
Yeah, he came out with an album.
Theo?
Yeah.
What kind of album is this?
It was a poetry album.
Oh, okay.
It was a poetry album, bro, and it was.
Do we talk about Superhead in there? No, that's not Theo with Superhead. That's Eddie Winslow with Superhead. Never mind.
Yeah, he said y'all got me sounding wild. But no, I listened to it, bro, and I just listened to.
That is right.
Like, we don't go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, they stop money. they stop shit. They like the other we had the top two, them and them other.
Yeah.
Them other two, they stop money. I'm cool on them. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm scared of them people.
But Yeah, bro. I encourage y'all to listen to that too. It's like I think it's only like 8 or 10 tracks. I found out about it through a Breakfast Club interview that he did actually.
Okay.
And he quotes one of the poems in the Breakfast Club interview. He recites or whatever. And the one that he mentioned is actually one of my favorites on the album. It's called Asante Sana. Bro, and it's kudos to him, man. That album was I listened to it. I'm gonna listen to it again, but it's just something to think about, given that it's for what it's worth, Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? And it's really, that's a really good one. Actually, I'm gonna send it to the chat right now.
He used to date what's her name on the show? And then they went over with Malcolm and Eddie. Charmaine, you remember the one?
Charmaine from the WCI?
No, she was on Malcolm. You ever watch Malcolm and Eddie?
Malcolm and Eddie.
Yeah, I used to listen to it. Well, when that was one of my favorite shows growing up.
Charmaine. Hold on, let me pull up.
And I also actually listened to
From the Cosby Show.
I also listened to Corporate's album.
How was it?
It wasn't bad, bro.
Is he on the
Karen Molina, right?
Remember her?
So they actually date in real life?
Yeah, they used to date.
Oh,
I'm not sure if I don't think they're dating anymore, but yeah, they were a thing.
You say this? Did he release it on a streaming platform?
Yeah.
Or was it just on?
It's pretty good.
All of them. It wasn't on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
I listened to it on Spotify.
All right.
But it wasn't bad at all to me. Like it definitely sounds like corporate music. It definitely sounds like Chicago. It definitely sounds to me.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's Chicago music, and it sounds like the music that he's been putting out.
I just want my bitch back.
Yeah. So I actually made a list of the songs that I like. It was On Me. It was Whoop Yo. And
Whoop yo.
yeah.
Whoop yo, no, what he said.
Ish.
Ish. What's Ish?
Just the name of the song.
Taking a shit?
Okay, so Chicago Love Story.
You gonna say it?
It was On Me, Whoop Your Ish, Chicago Love Story, Real N-Word Prayer, Real N-Word Prayer, Zell.
Spaces be singing this shit in the car.
No, I don't, bro.
He be singing and he don't want us to hear it.
No, I don't.
I'm getting my cusses in today.
Nah, man, but it was actually a good balance of lyricism and folk really telling the story, which I like lyricists. I like somebody that's going to tell me some stories and actually be saying something.
Oh, you don't like empty bars?
I hate, bro. That's why I don't listen to Future.
What you talking?
I can't stand it.
Future be right.
But then it also had some of the ratchet stuff. It was a good balance.
Okay.
So
you need a little ratchet, man.
Huh?
I think you need a little ratchet.
This what what I'm saying. I don't have an issue with it. Now it's a difference when you
Imagine having a woman with like no little ratchet in her. You know what I'm saying? A little ratchet.
a little bit.
Just a little bit. A little ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
Sometimes you need that shit to come out when y'all get into it with motherfucker.
Yeah, or into it, or y'all in the bedroom. You need that little ratchet to come out.
That's when that vulgarity can come out.
I'm
Let me know I'm doing something right. So that just a couple of particular people to listen to, or if somebody needs something to open their minds with a little bit with Malcolm Jamal Warner's album, or you just want a little bit of some storytelling and some ratchetness, go ahead and check out Corpus album. Those are listen. I didn't have any real issues with them.
Any real issues with them?
So I thought you said you had a question.
I did answer that.
You did?
Yes.
So I was listening to Courtney Michelle's stream again, live stream.
Who was Courtney Michelle?
She's a YouTuber,
Okay.
right? And she pointed out a story where I forget where I'm going to pull it up right now, where there's deliberations on whether we should refer to God as He anymore.
So are we supposed to refer to him as she?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So
right?
I've always asked this. So what do we refer to the devil as? because it always be like,
Oh, when it's a good situation.
yeah. So you know what I'm saying. Nobody has a problem with the devil being he. What about she? Okay, so we're gonna keep it masculine. I don't give a fuck what she talking about. Shit.
Like it just speaks on the underlying attack on masculinity. Like even in some, I was in a stream yesterday, and they asked me what did I think about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I was like, if I can looking past the agenda that they put in there, it was a decent movie, right?
Well, what agenda?
Right? Like they never want to talk about it when it's.
Bitch.
They never want to talk about it when it's like a that kind of situation, right? Like for instance, also in Captain Marvel. Mm-hmm. Captain Marvel, did you see Captain Marvel? Because I know he didn't see it.
Yeah.
What's that?
Captain Marvel.
Oh, that's that nigga nerd shit.
He leaned over there.
Yeah.
But
okay.
in that entire movie, who were her enemies that she was fighting?
Yeah.
Exactly. So why is that acceptable? But if it was in reverse, and it was, let's just say Black Panther, let's say it was Superman, let's say it was whoever, and every single person that he was fighting were women. Why is that acceptable for her to do that, but it's not okay for the reverse?
Nonsense Nap said, I don't call y'all or any devil by gender. King James Version has verses removed and added. Is that some the same as any other Bible? Though honestly. Sorry.
But the feminist agendas do be wild though. Bro, it's getting worse and worse as time progresses, bro. It's getting worse and worse. It's an all-out attack on masculinity. Anything that's masculine, we refer to God as he. Okay, well, let's take out the he. But I didn't hear in that conversation, which I'm going to look it up, I didn't hear what was going to be the alternative. Are we just going to remove it altogether? Or are we just going to replace it by she? Or make God gender neutral, apparently, refer to God as he or she?
Whatever you want at the crib. I know what I'm doing.
Teach your kids what you want to
Then
teach.
God gonna run the tape. Why was you out here calling me?
Hey, why not? What you said right there? You called me a bitch?
Why was you calling me one of these?
Yeah. You called me what?
But so now if you take that away, you got to change every single thing that we refer to when it refers to God as masculine. Like you can't say, okay, so now what about our Father who art in heaven? What do you change that to? Our mother?
Our parent.
I think the conversation was changing it to just making it, putting no sex on it. Just saying our creator.
I mean, to me personally, a father is a man. I mean, it's male, whatever, man. You know what? This is the problem. Shit gets real confusing when you start talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
It becomes real confusing. I'm just gonna stick to what I know. I'm not finna start switching shit up.
Like, what's the purpose though? That's what I mean. Not obviously
They
not
can
asking
call
you.
it
What,
what they can call that entity whatever you want to. Go ahead. Keep whatever makes you happy.
Got no comment.
you got no what?
No, won't have nothing to say about that stuff. Because it's like, it's to each his own. Mm-hmm. To do, like, if you feel that way, stay over there. I don't have to go against your beliefs. They want to force it on everybody. Oh, you got to call us this. No, I don't. They were talking about this in the locker room at the job. When dude said, you went there, it was like, my man was saying, somebody had told him that they wanted him to call him she. He was like, but you was born a man. It was funny, bro. I'm not even gonna
Wait, it was a she in the men's locker room?
He was saying a story about this what happened to him, and he was like, he confused. He didn't know what to do. Yeah. It's like it was just funny. He had me at my locker crying, laughing. That's the point. He was like, he just had him so confused. Bro. He didn't know what the fuck to say or do.
It's to cause confusion, man.
And guess who was the author of confusion?
The devil, he the devil, or she the devil.
I see what you did there.
But you know what? That's the problem, though. When you talk about, like, I guess Christianity, but any other groups, like, I mean, they're not doing this in Islam. Like they're not doing this, bro. They're not doing this in Judaism and stuff. Like they're not doing that, bro. So whatever.
That's a good point. Nonsense.
Nonsense Nap says, I just say God. I'm used to saying he because that's what been programmed. That's what I've been programmed to do. But if I'm talking about God, I just say God.
Yeah, that's just God.
So how do you continue to read the Bible?
Man, look here.
Do what you do. Hey,
Do what you
want to. Man.
I mean, not you necessarily, Nonsense Now, but in generally speaking.
That's why we always say, man, even though we give our advice on this podcast and what we go through and how we did things, how we do it, bro, you have to pick what we say. Take what you need, throw the rest away. Take what you need from whatever situations that they talking about, and do what's best for you. Don't worry about nobody else. Do what's best for you. If you can handle all this he, she, they, whatever pronouns, do what you do. It's confusing to me, so I just shut the fuck up. I don't say anything. I have nothing to say. You can't force me to say anything. You can't force me to call you whatever. I just won't call nothing.
Look, man, if I keep calling God he, you know what I mean? I mean, like when I'm thinking about it, he. It just is what it is. Like I said, nobody's trying to switch up. They don't answer as far as the devil. You know what I'm saying? Are we calling he, she, or whatever? Like, whatever. Like, I understand it's supposed to be a spirit. You know what I mean? Like, or whatever.
If you really want to get technical with it, right? If God was a she, they wouldn't know what to put where. Because she would be like, no, put it over there. No, it don't look good over there. Put it over there. No, you know what? Take it back over there. And you know what the fuck to do.
Hey, and some shots fired.
Because a motherfucker dude gonna be like, all right, put that shit right there, leave it right there. Don't worry about it no more.
And yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't disagree. I mean, it's just like you said, bro. You said it best. It's confusing, and it's meant to stir up confusion. And there are far more pressing issues than than this conversation.
Yeah,
far more pressing issues. Like why, bro? Man, don't get me started. But to your point, right? You said whenever it comes. You didn't necessarily say, but this is what I was gathering, and this is what I feel. So you're gonna, agree or disagree. But whenever it comes to something regarding a man, it's like, okay, let's not make that specific to men. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to stuff that pertains to women, no, let's keep it. Let's keep that. That's what. No,
like Mother Earth. I don't hear nobody sitting up here. Let's change it to Father Earth. That is the dumbest shit. You can keep it Mother Earth. I don't give a shit. Who's saying, hey, man, Father Earth? Nobody. Shut the fuck up.
But nobody's trying to change Mother Nature.
Mother Nature, Mother Earth. Nobody's trying to change that.
Well,
keep that.
Shut the fuck up, B. It's confusing. I just shut the fuck up.
Nobody cares. Like, bro, what the fuck? Goofy ass.
I just shut the fuck up on that one, man. And it'd be like, when the more you keep talking to him, it'd be like, what are you talking about? And that's exactly the thing.
That's the type of shit, like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm getting married to a person, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking about courting this person and she's saying some shit like that.
It changed the whole thing.
I ain't even
yeah.
You go, there's somebody out here in this world for you. I'm just not.
Not it.
Give me my soda back. Fuck wrong with you. You don't get nothing to drink. Think about that dumbass shit.
Yeah, man. I guess that's our sentiment towards that. I agree with you. Me too. I'm just gonna, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
I don't get it.
But yeah, I don't see the change. I don't see the reason for the change. But like I said, whatever you practice in your household, I'm not,
But to me though too is when they talk about the gender neutral things and all this stuff neutral, they don't never say everything though. They always pick and choose what they want. Don't nobody ever say, what happened to the rule if, it don't matter who it is, if they hit you, hit them back. Don't nobody change that rule. But they always say, just never hit a woman. Don't under no circumstance, she can chop your goddamn toe off. You better not hit her though.
I hear you.
No, but I'm not going to lie. I get why women speak up on certain things, but being a man has been demasculated.
Bars.
Mm-hmm. You
bars.
About that, brother.
Straight bars, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, y'all got anything else you want to touch on before we
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
To the ladies out there, and I was gonna say
Yeah,
something
yeah.
wild.
No, yeah.
But yeah, happy Valentine's Day to the ladies out there.
Yeah, we're in Chicago where, most of the time Valentine's Day is just like for ladies because we get another day or whatever. It's just a Chicago Midwest thing, is it?
I thought that was at least a U.S. thing.
No, but Sweeties Day up here, they don't celebrate Sweeties Day everywhere.
Oh, they don't?
No, they don't. Because when I was in Florida.
That's definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it's only like a
That was
Midwest
kind of
thing.
fairly new anyway. Sweetest Day isn't.
And they even try to.
They want to take that too?
Yes.
Oh, they want to take Father's Day too.
Sweetest Day
They
was.
definitely want to take
They
Father's
say
Day.
Happy Parents Day.
Yeah.
Come on.
They want to keep Mother's Day, but then they make Father's Day Happy Parents Day.
Because I'm like the mother and the father. What nigga have you ever heard say that? You gonna smack that nigga, ain't you? I'm the mother and the father.
Hey, but ain't nobody tell you to fuck that bum, though. That's your problem.
It's crazy how they figure out that he a bum afterwards, right?
That's what I'm saying. You ain't,
To whom it applies.
Man, I mean, all these holidays are pagan, to be honest. You know, at the end of the day, but it is what it is. You got people that celebrate it, so I'm not knocking anybody's celebration. You know what I'm saying? So if it's whatever holiday, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We just got done with Christmas. Whatever. People celebrate birthdays. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, so it is what it is.
Yeah. I'm good for today. I think we had a great live stream. I think there was some hilarious points. We struggle streamed a little bit.
Yeah. That's what it's coming down to.
I'm all about the struggle. Streaming.
It builds character. It's going to build character. So now when we get on the big stage and the mics and the lights go out, we're going to be still going because we've been used to this.
Yes, sir.
Our shit been going off all our life.
Yes, sir.
Like we ain't paid the bill. So we cool.
Yeah, man. That's all I got. Maul, hit him with a mess before you go, man.
I want to talk about manifestation today, man. And the reason I bring up that is because, I'll tell you a little story. I be on the phone a lot because I'm a truck driver. So someone told me that, man, every time you say something, it always comes to fruition. And I was like, are you for real? They was like, yeah, you said this, and then all of a sudden this happened. You said this, all of a sudden this happened. And then I just got to thinking because yesterday, you driving along. My days are really long on Saturdays, so I have a lot of time that like you in the country, man. You just driving and you just thinking. So, and I was just thinking about all the things that has happened over my life. It has not been a pretty or straight line thing, but everything I put my mind to, everything I ever said I was going to do, I has done it. One of the most recent things, I said I wanted to be a truck driver. Less than 6 months, I was a truck driver. Acting like I've been doing this for years, and I love it. So I just want to give this to the youth and to everybody out there, anybody. Anything you put your mind to, your mind is that's the most powerful weapon you have. It's going to come to fruition. If you wish bad things going to happen, bad things going to happen. If you wish good things going to happen, good things going to happen. So I try to tell you, eliminate most of the bad things that you could and always focus on the positive in everything you do. It's always a positive thing. You can pull some type of positive out of whatever happened, if it's a bad situation, whatever type of situation happened. You can always pull the good out of it and just try to focus on that as much as you can. And just always manifest and see yourself in a good situation. And I promise you, it will start changing your life. Guaranteed.
Just to add to that, man, just because what he said is very powerful, man. Just speak life. You know, we live in what they call a death culture. Everything, from the video games to the movies, just in general, even when you're watching the media and the news, like everything revolves around death, evolves and revolves around death. So, just speak life into not only yourself, into your family, and into your children, and into your friends as well. Everybody that, you have the ability to touch, because, when you speak life into, your family, it gets better from there, right?
Yeah. When you speak, like we said we was going to go drive trucks. And I'm not sitting up here saying, oh, everything Jerry Day do, I do. Everything I do, Jerry Day do. But it's just always intertwined where a lot of us, me and him think alike on a lot of different things, and we always manifesting a lot of things, and shit just happens. I'm not going to even lie to you, man. Ever since I came to the company I've been working at, it's been looking but nothing but up. I'm not saying it's just because of the company. I'm not saying it's just because I got that, but it's just every time I got around other like-minded men like me, and I start thinking about things like that, thinking about the future and thinking about stuff like that, I'm not saying my life is perfect. But it's damn sure anywhere it used to be or where I used to be. It sure is a lot better. And I don't see nothing but more things in the future for me. To, the money-wise, to where I live, to how I'm taking trips and all that stuff. It's just getting good because that's all I think about is positive stuff. So all I want to say is Always think positive, even in a bad situation. It could have been worse. You could have lost your life or something like that. So always, like he said, always think life into yourself and to think life into every other situation. And you're going to I promise you, you don't get nothing else from me, I promise you your life will change.
Go check out the No Absolutes podcast, formerly known as the Will Hill Show. This has been another rendition of the KNoWKi podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, Kings. It's your man, Spaces.
Government cheese. Powdered eggs.
Hey, hold on. Let me tell them. Hey, man. Black college, man. That's how we do, man.
Yeah, it's Black History Month.
That's a fact.
Government.
He looking over crazy.
Government cheese.
What's going on right now?
Government cheese.
We gotta be funny.
Powdered eggs. And powdered milk. You ever had it?
No.
Yes.
Nasty, ain't it?
Terrible.
Jay, every day.
That's your white power, man. Meet the child, baby. Keep all that too. You gotta